to the show. Ladies and gentlemen, what are we doing tonight on a Friday? Man, we are loaded here tonight on a Friday, man. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, man. The freaking NFL underwear, man. What a game last night to open the things up. And now we got freaking basketball and baseball coming up with new rules, new formats. Jesus Christ, man. A lot of noise on this Friday. Jesus Christ. A lot of stuff, man. Let's go around the league, man. Let's start off as we always do with the National Football League, ladies and gentlemen. Then we'll work ourselves around here tonight on a Friday. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go with the National Football Association, National Football League. I beg your pardon. So pretty much they asked Sean McVay how come he only gave 3 carries to Cam Akers. And he said, I want more urgency from him, more accountability from him. So I don't know what's going on there. Maybe he's not doing a good job of practicing, maybe studying film. Who knows exactly what Coach Sean McVay meant by that, man. Let's see what else happened. We got some injury reports coming in. The Arizona Cardinals have ruled out wide receiver Ronald Moore, offensive lineman Cody Ford, and cornerback Teron Mullen for Sunday's opener versus the Chiefs. So already some injuries for the Cardinals. The Chiefs aren't listing any players with injury designating for Sunday's regular season opener. So the Chiefs are clear to go. Okay, good to know. Panthers, Christian McCaffrey is off the injury report for week 1 and is good. So Christian McCaffrey's playing. Remember, he had that little thigh injury, but he's good to go. So this guy, formerly known as Darius Leonard, is nowadays being known as Shaquille Leonard, as he apparently changed his name from Darius to Shaquille this offseason. So linebacker Shaquille Leonard is out for Sunday's season opener in Houston. This becomes pretty obvious when Leonard was not lined up with the starting defense at the start of today's practice. He'll need at least another week after off-season back surgery. All right, so he's still trying to recover from off-season back injury. Is Leonard, Darius Leonard, a.k.a. Shaquille Leonard. So Lamar Jackson rejected his extension, so he will be playing this year on his final year. But I think they can still franchise tag him for 2 more years. So he's still going to be a Baltimore Raven for probably at least 3 more years, unless it gets really ugly and they got to trade him. We'll see what happens. Next offseason, Lamar Jackson would join Justin Herbert and Joey Burrow with the top 3 quarterbacks looking for contract extensions. So we'll see, man. Hopefully he gets signed before either Justin Herbert or Joe Burrow get going. I expect a big season from Justin Herbert this year because it's year 3. They got to make the playoffs. Plus, he can get a huge extension in the offseason. So I think it's going to be a good year for Justin Herbert. We'll see what happens, man. Lamar Jackson decided to turn down the Ravens' offer and bet himself he now will make $23 million this season and expected to be franchise tag after this season. So yeah, man, they can still make work out of the deal. Just because they franchise tag him doesn't mean they can't work an extension. Let's see here. Browns' Myles Garrett has been named the Week 1 NFL Player Association Community MVP. Yeah, they do that every week. Okay. The Jets have ruled out offensive lineman Dwayne Brown for Sunday's opener versus the Ravens due to shoulder injury and are not ruling out the idea that automatically will have to go to injured reserve. Damn. That sucks, man. And then we have more injuries from last night's game. Rams running back Kyren Williams left last night's game early in the first quarter, suffered a high ankle sprain that could silent him up to 6 weeks. Man, already having problems with Cam Akers, and now Kyren Williams gets hurt. Jesus Christ, man. Not a good start for the season for Sean McVay and the Los Angeles Rams, man. And also, the offensive line's not the best either. A lot of problems going in, man, with the damn Rams. But yeah, that's about it. That's about it for the NFL. Fucking AJ Brown from the Eagles got stung by a bee, and he's allergic to bees, so they have to put him on antibiotics, and he is low-key questionable to play on Sunday. But he's about 48 hours away, so they might give him time to recover, but they don't know because he is allergic to bees, so they don't know what kind of reaction he's gonna have. So he's also questionable all of a sudden. It's AJ Brown with getting stung by a damn bee. Let's go to the National Basketball Association, where we did get some news today. So the National Basketball Association, ladies and gentlemen, wants to freaking install a mid-season tournament. So this tournament, I believe, would be played in November and December. So this is what, according to Shams Charania, the current framework of NBA and season tournament has soon as the 2023-2024 season, per my sources. Cup games through November. 8 teams advance to the single elimination finals in December. Other 22 teams continue regular season play. All games part of normal 82 game schedule. 1 extra or 2 final. So somebody's going to have to play possibly 84 games. Whoever were to play in the finals of this mid-season tournament, instead of having to play 82 games, they're going to have to play 84 games. Let's see here more. The NBA and NBA Player Association are still working to finalize the in-season tournament concept, which includes to be determined prizes for the 8 teams that advance to the single elimination round. Sources say the NBA has informed teams that the 2023-2024 salary cap is currently projected to be $134 million, 10 million higher than this season, with 162 million tax level per sources. Both are $1 million higher than previous projected. All right. So the salary cap is going up about $10 million by next year. But yeah, so my thing is, so they're trying to do this to get people to, because most people do not pay attention to basketball until about January, February, once football season is going to come to an end. And especially now, because remember, college football is going to change their playoff format from 4 teams to 12 teams. So I think they're going to take over December, just like basketball college basketball takes over March with March Madness. I think college football is going to take over December with the 12-team format. So the NBA is like, shit, man. So to me, look, nobody's going to give a shit about a mid-season tournament. What are you going to do? Reward bonuses on their contract? You get a $3 million bonus? Okay. Or you get draft picks? That's to me because, to motivate the star players, right? LeBron James, a $3 million bonus? You're not going to motivate LeBron James with that. Same thing with Steph Curry. They rather load manage to be ready for the real tournament, which starts in April. Same thing with Steph Curry, probably even Giannis. They're not going to care about this shit. And that's another thing they're trying to do too. Like, they're trying to make it interesting to people to watch. They're trying to they're trying to get players to actually play in these 82 games and not load manage. But to me, a lot of this is they're trying to get the ratings higher in these first 2-3 months of the season while they're competing with the NFL. My thing is with the National Basketball Association is, why don't they just delay their season until like December? Like, how about you start it like on Christmas Day, have that be opening day? To me, it makes no sense to start the season in October. You're competing with the Major League Baseball playoffs, and you're right in the middle of the freaking NFL season. How about, look, we saw what happened in Christmas. They got smashed by the NFL. The NFL, I believe, got $28 million for Cleveland Browns and Green Bay Packers, while the NBA got $5 million for the Phoenix Suns and the Golden State Warriors. They don't stand a chance against the National Football League. Why don't you just delay your shit until December? Have your opening night be I would even push it back possibly until freaking Martin Luther King Day, but that's maybe too far up. Push it back into December and play until August. So instead of starting in October, start in December and then go up until August. Right when NFL preseason is gonna start, you end it. if you have to go into the second, third week of August, so be it. The following week, the final week of August, right before the NFL starts, you can have your freaking draft, televise it, whatever, and then you can have, in September, you can have your free agency. It doesn't matter. You don't have to televise your free agency. You can go up, that to me, that's probably the best way to get NBA to get better views in the future. Avoid the damn NFL. Avoid it. Nobody can stand up to the NFL, man. Basketball, yes, it's the second most popular sport in this country, but it's there's a huge difference, man, between the NBA and the national and the NFL, man. A huge difference, man. I appreciate the effort by Adam Silver, but like I said, these veterans, LeBron James, Steph Curry, even like Kevin Durant, they're not gonna give a shit about a mid-season tournament. LeBron, does he really want a draft pick? Unless he wants to use it as a weapon to maybe trade for another player. That's the only way I can see these players kind of caring about this shit, right? Hey, you get a first-round pick in the top 10 automatically. Okay, LeBron's like, okay, then we can trade that up. We can flip it for a star or like a little role player or something. But like outside of that, I don't see the motivation. Are we the fans going to care about a mid-season tournament in November, December, when we got freaking NFL going on in the future? We're freaking going to have the college playoff going on? No, we are not going to give a shit. I told my father, and he's like, he didn't give a shit. He's like, I don't give a shit. I'm still not watching basketball until April, May, June. My dad doesn't start watching basketball until like freaking the conference finals. You think he's going to watch this? To me, Adam Silver, swallow your pride. Make some adjustments, delay your season 2 months. Instead of starting in October, start in December. You go from December to August. Like I said, you can, the last week, the mid-August, you can have your little draft, and then you can have your free agency in September. That's what I would do if that was the freaking NBA, man. They have to understand they cannot compete versus the NFL. Have got to understand, man. You got to understand, Adam Silver. My job here on the show is to be honest with the fans. That's why I'm kind of retired from being a fanboy. My job is to be a reporter and to be honest to you. It's not what you want to hear, it's what you need to hear. In Silver, you need to get your fucking head out of your ass and realize you have no chance with the National Football League. Delay your tournament, for effort, for trying, but it's not going to work, Adam. Delay your season by 2 months. Instead of going from October to June, go from December to August. And that's all I have to say about that. Ladies and gentlemen, let's move over to the Major League Baseball, where they also did some adjustments. They have new rules implemented for the 2023 Major League Baseball season. So let's look at here. Let me try to find the article here. So here we go. So they're gonna have a pitch clock. That's gonna be one of the new things Major League Baseball is doing. So 15 seconds if the bases are empty. 20 seconds if there's a man on base. And also I think you're limited to you can only do pickoff attempts. Where the freaking pitcher throws to try to pick up the runner from stealing the base. I think you're limited to only 3 or 2. And like I said, you're going to have 15 seconds with nobody on base, 20 seconds with people on base to pitch. You're limited on the pickoffs. The bases go from, I believe, 15 inches to 18 inches. They're bigger now. What else is going on? They took off the shift, so you can no longer do shift. Like here today, look at what the fuck the Dodgers did. They put everybody on the freaking right side of the field between second base and first base. Look at that shit. I don't know if you guys can see that shit, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see. Let me put this puppy up. Can you guys see that? You can't do that shit anymore. Everybody has to stay in their position. So no more shifting. The third baseman stays on the third base side. The second baseman stays on the second baseman. Shortstop on the shortstop. Something that they were talking about was I guess because I guess the shift are already banned in the minor leagues, and also the pitching clock, which by the way they're saying games are about 25 minutes less now with the pitching clock. They're saying that that I guess you can do something with your second baseman or your shortstop or like whatever, your third baseman, where you like when the pitcher throws the ball, you can have him start running towards like say left field. So you know how like you put your at the start of the at bat, right? You put your shortstop at right field. You can't do that anymore. But what a lot of I guess minor league guys are doing is as the pitch is being thrown, they're having their second baseman start running towards the outfield. So then that's the way they're trying to get the fourth outfielder in there. I don't know if they're going to do that in the major leagues or not. I don't know if they're even going to allow them to do that. But that was something that was talked about that they've been doing. Some coaches, some managers have been doing that in the minor leagues. They have, as the pitch gets thrown, they have either their second baseman, third baseman, or whatever run to where he would be if there was a shift. And, he tries to get there, like I said, like if you want to have like a fourth outfielder, that's how they do it. Run as the pitch is getting, I don't know, imagine if the fucking guy trips and gets hurt. Imagine, oh shoot, ball, my hamstring. So I don't know about that. But yes, Major League Baseball coming up with new rules. You're limited, I believe, to 2 or 3 pickup attempts, which those runners are going to get huge-ass leads once they run out of pickup attempts. 15 seconds to pitch if nobody's on base. 20 seconds if you have people on base. And the bases go from 15 inches to 18 inches, I believe. This is trying to benefit 2 things in my mind. They're trying to help. They want more scores. They want more runs. They're trying to help out the offense. And also they're trying to make the games a little bit less. Like I said, according to the report, minor league games are on average 25 minutes less this year with the pitching clock. So we'll see. We'll see, but apparently those rules have been approved and they will kick in 2023 for Major League Baseball. Let's see here, and that's about it with the news. Let's go to the scoreboards, and then we'll call it a night here tonight on a Friday for Major League Baseball. We got the damn, what the hell, really? The Guardians were winning 7-0, and now it's 7-6. Wow, in the 9th inning. What a game that is over there in Minnesota. Guardians up by 1 run. Dodgers and Padres 4-4. White Sox, I believe, same thing. They were down 3-0. They come back and win 5-3. Nice one for the White Sox again. Cubs beat the Giants 4-2. Pirates beat the Cardinals 8-2. Jesus Christ. Marlins, the Mets lost again to the Marlins 6-3. Orioles beat the Red Sox 3-2. Rays beat the Yankees 4-2. Pendejo face for Aaron Hicks. There was a ball that he thought it was foul, and he was just thinking it like a pendejo, and the ball ended up being fair, and I believe 2-run score. Aaron Boone had to get him out of the game. People were like booing him super hard. Pendejo face. Some people on Twitter are saying it might be just best for the Yankees to release Aaron Hicks. It was a very embarrassing play right there by Mr. Aaron Hicks out there in left field, man. Pretty fucking embarrassing. Phillies beat the Nationals 5-3. Blue Jays beat the Rangers 4-3. Astros beat the Angels 4-3. Reds beat the Brewers in pendejo face, losing to the Reds 8-2. Tigers beat the Royals 10-2. Gee, what a game this was. Rockies beat the Diamondbacks 13-10. CJ Cron hit a home run over 500 feet for the Rockies. Braves beat the Mariners 6-4. But a lot of exciting baseball here, especially late out in the West Coast with White Sox and Athletics, Padres and Dodgers. And then, like I said, they had a big-ass rain delay, but the Twins and the Guardians still playing. Standings, Yankees up by 3.5. It's down to 3.5. It was 15 at one point. Jesus Christ, Yankees. Guardians up by half game. Astros up by 11. Atlanta and the Mets are tied for first place. Jesus Christ. Cardinals are up by 8 games. Dodgers are up by 19. Oh my God, what an exciting. The divisions, man. The NL Central is closed. The AL Central is closed. The NL East and now the AL East is, Jesus Christ. Playoffs, Tampa Bay, Toronto, Seattle. Baltimore's about 4 games back. You know, whatever. Mets, Philadelphia, San Diego, and the Milwaukee 3.5 back. Like I said, I think it's set. But let's see what the hell happens, man. Let's see what the hell happens. Oh, man. I have the Hippos here on a Friday. Let's get the wrestling. Let's get the wrestling. Let's get the wrestling shit. And then we'll call it a night here tonight on a Friday. You know, at this point, I feel like people are just milking the whole CM Punk and Young Bucks and Kenny Omega fight. Supposedly, they're saying they're gonna fire a private investigator to try to investigate what happened. They're gonna interview wrestlers and staff that were close to the situation. One of them, including MJF. They're gonna try to use security cameras to look for footage. Because apparently, 2 completely stories told by CM Punk and the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. So I guess Tony Khan can't figure out what exactly happened. So they're gonna hire like a private investigator to figure it out. They're saying that Punk threw the first punch, but again, who knows? But something that they did say is that CM Punk apparently planned this week in advances. That he was going to go off in the freaking press conference after All Out. He told a staff member or somebody from AEW, wait until that press conference after All Out. It's going to be dramatic. So apparently CM Punk went in with the plan to make a scene. So that a lot of people criticized the reporter for asking him that question. But then if he went into it with the mindset, I'm going to do something, then he would have probably figured out another way to bring up the subject and start a problem. Probably another reason for Tony Khan to get rid of him. And like I said, if I'm CM Punk, I'm sitting there, I'm like, I just broke my foot in May, and now here in September I break my shoulder. Everybody hates me in that company. I hate a lot of people in that company. We just got into a fist fight. I just got stripped of my title. They got stripped of their title. Everybody's suspended. If I'm CM Punk, I'm like, you know what? It's over. Retire. Like, just retire, buddy. There's so much drama. Nobody likes you. You don't like a bunch of people. You have all these injuries. You just broke your foot in May. Now you broke your shoulder. Just retire, CM Punk. Let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. They're saying, a bunch of people arrived to AEW for Dynamite and Rampage tapings on Wednesday. They didn't know what the hell to expect. They didn't know if you weren't even allowed to talk about the subject. As you can see, Max Caster wasn't even allowed to rap. Right as he was about to get started, Swerve interrupted him. So it's going to be interesting to see if in the future, maybe next week when things may cool down a little bit more, if they do allow what's his name, Matt Caster to rap, if he'll bring it up. Pretty interesting to see if he'll bring it up. Apparently freaking Bobby Fish, man. Apparently the guy also, he's pissed off at CM Punk. I guess he had a match with him last year, and he said CM Punk had really bad attitude towards him in the match. And Bobby Fish, man, he just got released about a month ago. But Jesus Christ, there was a picture of him taken. He's got all this gray hair. He looks like he's having a terrible time. And this is the worst news in the world. Adding insult to injury for Mr. Bobby Fish. CNN, the news channel thing, they made a freaking an article saying that over 4 million Americans do not have work right now. And they fucking use Bobby Fish's picture Bobby Fish was so fucking pissed on Twitter. He's like, "What the fuck are you guys using my picture?" Oh my god, how embarrassing, man. He looks so different. Like I said, I guess he was dyeing his hair. Now it's all fucking gray. I don't know if it was like the wrestling companies when he was with WWE and with AEW, they dyed his hair. Because now that he's not working, like he hasn't been working for like about a month now, it's all fucking gray. He looks super old. Is it possible he's a lot older than he said? I don't know how old he is, but he might be even older. He might be lying about his age. And maybe this whole time they were freaking dyeing his freaking hair. But yeah, freaking CNN used his picture when they were talking about the 4 million American unemployed. He was so pissed off about it. MJF, he was spotted with Russ Mungbunger, I believe, who does some work with WWE, and then he put hashtags 2024. I think he put the best wrestler and the best announcer and wrestler, the best commentator in wrestling, and then at the bottom he put 2024. So still pretty teasing, still pretty interested in joining WWE in 2024 when his contract expires. And then Sasha Banks and Naomi were spotted at a baseball game for the New York Yankees, and alongside with Titus O'Neil and Bailey. They all went out for a baseball game and they took a picture. So I guess at this point things must be better if not only did they go out with WWE wrestlers like Bailey and Titus O'Neil, but also that they were willing to take pictures and knowing that the pictures were going to go online on the internet. So maybe things are a little bit better now with Sasha Banks and Naomi with the WWE. Triple H said in his interview last week that he says it's a process. We're getting there. So maybe try to, you gotta heal the wounds, I guess, maybe. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's a good sign for a WWE return that they were out there with Bailey and Titus O'Neil and were willing to be seen to the point that they took a picture. Let's see here. Is that about it? Alright, I think that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, until next time, all I want to say is thank you.